I'm a big advocator of reusing computer components. If you need to save money, go used. That's your best bet. A used desktop plus a graphics card equals an epic gamer machine. But it's very clear that manufacturers actually don't want you to do this. Why? Because they want your money. Buying a used Dell computer doesn't make Dell any richer, but buying a new Dell computer or asking Dell to help you fix said Dell computer does. Manufacturers use proprietary hardware, which is non-industry standard hardware, to deter people from modifying their components or fixing their components themselves. Needless to say, manufacturers want you to use their services. So today I want to go against the grind and show you guys my new project. This is an $80 computer that Dell, Lenovo, HP, pretty much any computer manufacturer doesn't want you to build. Let's get started. This was initially going to be an $83 gaming computer, but problems arose and we had to change a few things pretty quickly. Here's the entire journey. So here is the computer that I actually found back in November. It's a $15 ThinkCenter that I bought off Letgo. CPU, the fan, the cooler, and then the case. So honestly, for 15 bucks, I think it's a good deal. We can get a really good flip on this. Let's see what happens. This was actually going to be used for a different video, but because of time, I wasn't able to complete it. So it's gonna be the starting point for this little anti-manufacturer project. This computer doesn't have all the functioning parts, but for 15 bucks, it's hard to say no. It's only the case, the motherboard, the CPU cooler, and the DVD drive. I did open this up on stream to see exactly what processor we were working with, and it's the i7-870, which is a perfect CPU. It's a 4-core, 8-threaded i7 with a 2.9 gigahertz base clock and a 3.6 gigahertz boost clock. Now it is about a decade old, but I have like 90% confidence that if we pair this with the right graphics card, 60 FPS will not be a problem in any game out there. What I wanted to do here was build a full gaming-ish PC for under 100 bucks. So we only have $85 left and we still need the video card, some storage, the RAM, and the power supply. I streamed the entire buying process on Twitch, and with the help of you guys, we got some amazing deals. The entire computer totaled to only $83. Also, if you want to check out the streams and be a part of these processes, twitch.tv/OzTalksHW. I stream a few times a week. For 83 bucks, we got ourselves a pretty awesome system. So let's go talk about the parts that we were able to find with your help. Off stream, I found an RX 560 listed for $40 that I was able to talk down to only $30. It's a 2 gig model with 1024 shaders, so a full RX 560. It's not a powerhouse, but it consumes little power and will provide 1080p 30 FPS gameplay on most games out today at the very least. We also get access to FreeSync as well. I ordered 8 gigs of DDR3 memory for only 14 bucks and 70 cents after shipping on eBay. Sadly, the package was lost in mail. I did get a refund, but didn't have any memory, so I looked in a few spots in my home and found 4 sticks of miscellaneous 2 gig modules for a total of 8 gigs of DDR3 memory. It's not pretty, and I doubt it'll clock as high as the RAM I initially ordered, but it's enough. eBay is a godsend when it comes to cheap storage. I bought a used 500 gig 7200 RPM SATA drive for $9 shipped. It does come with a 1-year warranty, but generally I advise against buying used storage for your main gaming computer. For side projects like this, I think it's okay. We'll test its health once we get everything plugged in. Lastly, Anna, one of my Discord members, found an HP 450 watt 80 plus bronze power supply for 15 bucks after shipping on eBay. I'm usually against these OEM desktop models, but this one looks solid. I believe it was used in an HP Z workstation, and those run up to 6-core Xeons, so I have faith in this unit. Total for this entire computer, with shipping, came to 83 bucks and 70 cents. A little over a week ago, I went on stream to build this computer, but it didn't turn out how I expected. And I've been here for 20 minutes trying to figure out how to get this motherboard out of the case. I'm like, this is not possible, and I feel like an idiot. Anyway. After about 2 hours of building, streaming, and troubleshooting, I went to finally turn on the computer, and nothing. That is not good. It ended up being the power supply. It was either DOA or it just couldn't supply enough wattage or amps to the computer. I got another power supply for testing, and it would turn on, but it wouldn't post. After another 30 to 40 minutes of troubleshooting, I called it quits and slept on it. The next day, I kind of thought maybe it's the CPU. It seems like this specific motherboard doesn't officially support the i7-870, so it could be that it's not booting because the processor isn't recognized. So I did find a listing for some inexpensive first-gen Core i CPUs, and I'm hoping to pop those in and have this actually work.
I had in there, and I think there's just a shitload of cables in it.
Have a good weekend.
Yeah, you too.
I just got back. We were able to pick up an XFX 550 watt Pro 80 plus bronze power supply for $15, and I just picked up an i5 530 for about $5, and they're gonna refund me shipping. I bought it on eBay, but I obviously went to go pick it up because I'm on a time crunch. I changed out the power supply, replaced the i7 with the i3, and used onboard graphics for troubleshooting purposes just to see if everything would boot. And this is what happened. Yes! Oh my gosh, yes, it works. Hold on, let me... Guys, it's turning on. Oh my gosh, yes, it was the CPU, I knew it. But Lenovo was not letting me off the hook that easily. More issues revealed themselves as I did more tests. Yes! We got some unfortunate news. It turns out that Lenovo doesn't play nice with AMD cards, so the RX 560 that we bought for $30 doesn't work. They have a list of video cards that are accepted by their BIOS, and there are 0 AMD cards on that list. It's only NVIDIA cards, and it ends at the 10 series. So if we wanted to use something more modern, say an RTX card for whatever reason, we sadly can't. On the bright side though, I was able to get a replacement. I found a GTX 760 for only $10. The seller said that this card had a code 43 error. He was using it and it shut down in the middle of one of his games, and ever since then he had a code 43 issue. But hopefully it's just a software or BIOS issue. Every single time I've had a 43 error, it's always been a software issue, whether that's with the BIOS or the drivers or a combination of the two. The 760 booted, but it had problems.
I'm sorry, but what is going on?
My hypothesis of updating the video card's BIOS just didn't work out at all. It seems like the 760 really was busted on a hardware level. So the quest to find a compatible graphics card started yet again. I came across a $50 GTX 770 that I talked down to $40, and this seemed like a perfect card. It was fast, it was within my budget, and my power supply supported it. So I went to go and pick it up.
770, baby. $40.
I've used the 770 in a different computer before, so I knew that it was functioning properly. So when I installed it into the Think Center, I expected it to work just fine. It seems like I set way too high expectations for this computer. I mean, everything's plugged in and running, but it's stuck on the splash screen. Is there something that's like not plugged in correctly? This is painful. Oh my gosh. Man. Oh my gosh, this is so frustrating. At this point, I'm just very done with these video card issues I'm having with this computer. I think one of the frustrating parts is that online people are confirming that cards like a GTX 1060 works fine in the Think Center. So a 770 should work as well. It's so tempting to just pop a 210 in this computer and call it a day. But I know that's a disservice to all the time and effort that I've put into this project. So I continued hunting. So right now I have a 750 Ti pending for $30 and a GT1030 GDDR5 model pending for $25. Now the 750 Ti is the safer choice, but the seller isn't responding to my messages at the moment. Granted, it's only been about 24 hours since I last sent the message, but I do want to get this video done. So I'm opting for the 10:30 for now. I actually contacted the seller and they said I can stop by at 8 p.m. to pick it up, so that's what I'm going to do. Please pray for me. I want this to work so badly.
I used it lightly for about a month, then I, put it in the bin.
Okay.
And just stored it.
Get to Windows, get to Windows. I make it back home, install the 1030 in the Think Center, and turn everything on. This is what happened. Splash screen, Windows. Yes! Oh my goodness. Yes. Yes, guys, we did it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, this calls for celebration. Oh my gosh, so much pain. Oh. So after a stressful 3-month-long process, the computer is finally complete. It's not as powerful as I thought it would be, but for a total of $78, I'm happy. On Friday, I held a live stream to test some games. Some of them didn't play very well and others played better than I expected. Here are the benchmarks. After going through 2 different CPUs, 2 different power supplies, 4 video cards, and about 2.5 to 3 months of work, the computer is finally built. So what have I learned? Firstly, that pre-built machines can come with a variety of problems. This entire journey showcases the limits OEM desktops can have, so you really don't want to go into this without doing some research. Going into it without preparation will leave you spending more money than you anticipated and spending a lot more time than you would want on a project like this. Secondly, everyone has to troubleshoot at some point. I'm glad that I documented and showed some of my mishaps, my mistakes, the issues that I experienced, and how I troubleshooted through them. Sometimes as a viewer, you can get into the mindset that the person you're watching just doesn't experience problems that you would experience with your own computer. I want to let you guys in on a secret. Every single content creator troubleshoots. This includes Jay, Kyle, every single variety of Steve out there. They all troubleshoot. And I'm glad that it's becoming a more normal thing to showcase. On a more positive note, the United States has some amazing deals. The fact that I went through 4 different video cards, yet I was still able to hit my budget, just shows how stacked the United States is in terms of used hardware. It's an actual goldmine, and I tend to take it for granted. And lastly, would I do this again? I think if I went into this with a little bit more research, the process wouldn't be so rough and I would do it all over again. But hey, you live and learn. Blaze, one of my active Discord members, mentioned that I should make an update video where I try to upgrade this Lenovo ThinkCentre to its maximum potential, because there is a lot of hidden potential that I wasn't able to tap into because of the issues that we went through. I do want to gauge a little bit more interest in that, so if you are interested, and this will also test if you watched until the end of the video, then put a frowny face in the comments and I'll count them up. If there's a good amount, then I'll make an update video sometime in the future. Let me know if you guys have had any experience with OEM manufacturers, desktops, products. It doesn't matter what that experience was like and if it was as tough as this one. So that's it for this video. Hopefully you guys liked it. If you did, leave a like. If you loved it, share, subscribe, all of that kind of stuff. In the meantime, make sure you guys follow me on all socials at OzTalksHW on Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, and Facebook. And yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.